What's good, YouTube? Welcome on in to Cleveland Sports Unfiltered. I'm your boy D-Lo, and today we'll be quick reacting to the Cavs loss to the Oklahoma City Thunder. I do want to start this off by saying this isn't an overreaction video. I'm not going to overreact. For anybody who knows me personally and that's going to be watching this knows how I felt about the Cavs coming into the season, and I'm not going to overreact to anything good or bad that the Cavs do. But this is a reaction to the Cavs' first loss post James Harden trade, post Keon Ellis and Dennis Schroeder trade. So there are some concerning things that I did have about this loss that reared its ugly head, that I thought that it wouldn't pop up as much with the James Harden trade because James and Darius are two different players. Physically and stylistically. I thought that the full court pressure and defense wouldn't affect James as much as it did Darius. I didn't like that the Cavs didn't respond well to that. It obviously showed its ugly head because 10 turnovers in the first 6 minutes. That is not going to win you any games. Especially when you're going up against smash mouth teams that can defend, not similar to OKC, but on par to what they can do. Teams such as Detroit, Boston, and New York, those teams I feel can play the same type of style of defense that Oklahoma City and how Indiana played you last year. And the Cavs didn't respond well to that full court pressure and hounding ball hawking defense. Obviously 10 turnovers in the first 6 minutes, and it led to 17 of the 31 Oklahoma City points was scored off of those turnovers. Another concerning thing that I did have was the transition defense. Not getting back on defense, maybe one or two people getting back, not everybody full sprint back to stop the ball, either for getting the layup, dunk, or from the three. And that's another thing that has been concerning under Kenny, per se, is the three-point defense. We don't run teams off the three-point line like we used to under JB, because under JB, what teams did to you, you were doing to teams in a sense. The ball, not full court defense, but picking them up half court, and then sometimes the Cavs did pick up full court under JB when we had to. But I definitely don't like the 3-point defense. The not running them off the line. And I did like the mental and physical reaction to said full court defense. The body language, it just wasn't there for the first quarter, and I didn't like that. We took until we got down 20 plus points to actually start taking the fight back to them, and it also the fight started not physically, obviously, but the Cavs took the fight back to OKC when the second unit came in with Keon, led by Dennis, Keon, and Jalen Tyson. That's when you could see, okay, the on-ball pressure and the one full court pressure per se, but the on-ball pressure and getting some deflections and getting some steals, getting some easy buckets. The starters have to set the tone. You can't go down 20 plus points in the first quarter, damn near the first 6 minutes of the ball game. You can't go down 20 plus points and have to wait till the bench gets in. But to the Cavs' defense, some games are like that, to where the starters just don't have it, and the bench brigade does have to pick up the slack. And luckily, the bench did pick up the slack. Not saying that the starters played. They did play poorly. Donovan and James did play decently in the first quarter until the bench came in and got us back within striking range. Another thing that didn't like is the response to Lou Dort and Casey Wallace full court. Uh, Donovan, you got to figure this Lou Dort situation out, my man. I get every great scorer has that. We all know every great scorer has that one defender that gives them absolute hell every time they match up, and Lou Dort is the defender for Donovan. Like every great scorer has that one person that gives them absolute hell, and that's Lou Dort for Don. Because that door trajectory for Don is real. Don went 0-6. He went 0 for 3. Didn't really particularly shoot the ball that well. He had some with two back to back buzzer beaters in the second and third quarter. But he didn't. Lou Dort he gets Donovan off his spots. Donovan rushes. You can tell he speeds up Donovan. Donovan speeds up. Same thing with Casey. Casey had James speeding up. James didn't get to his spots. He didn't get to the dribble step back. He didn't get to the dribble drop pick and roll to get to his floater or layup. He couldn't get any foul calls. I do think the refs did swallow their whistles because there were some calls. The goaltending call for sure. I mean, we did get one call our way, and that was the foul on shooter where the offensive player pulled shooter into him. But as far as calls, now I do want to say the Cavs and you fans have to realize that the refs have scouting reports, and the scouting reports is we're gonna let Lou Dort, Alex Caruso, Casey Wallace, we're gonna let those guys get away with these stuff because that's who they are. They're pick you up full court, defensive, hounding, tenacious defenders. They're just gonna let them guys get away with that. That's their brand of basketball, and they're gonna let them get away with that for the most part. Are you gonna get some calls? Yes. Are you gonna get a good amount of calls? Nah. Throughout the game, not really, because that's just who they are. They're just defenders like that. So the Cavs have to realize they're not going to always get the benefit of the whistle. You got to fight through it. You just got to fight through it. You got to take the fight to them. I didn't like that we didn't take the fight back to them until like maybe mid-second quarter. That's when we started to take the fight to them. And it exerted a lot of energy to get out of the 20-plus point hole. And by the time that we took the 1 point lead, because that was our biggest lead, was the 1 point lead, OKC was like, okay, let's step back on the gas. Because as you can tell, if you watch the game, you could tell once we got out of the hole, KC was on cruise control for a little bit until we digged out, and then we exerted way too much energy to get out of the 20-point hole. And then by the time we got out of it, okay, now let's put our foot back on the gas, and OKC pulled away. And another concerning thing is the rebounding. The rebounding. If you look at the stats will say 44 total rebounds for both teams. But it didn't feel that way watching it. It felt like Hartenstein and Holmgren was killing us on the boards. I think the only person who rebounded particularly good was Jared Allen. I think he had 13 rebounds, or something like that, and 6 of them was offensive rebounds. So, excuse me, he rebounded well. I know a lot of people are pooping on Evan for only having 2 rebounds. In Evan's defense, I do think he's asked to be more of a perimeter defender, so that takes him away from the basket more times than not. That's no excuse for only having 2 rebounds, but I do think that that is a little, just a tiny bit of an excuse for Evan that he only had 2 rebounds. But yeah, Evan, Dean didn't play particularly well. I don't think Dean's minutes is hopefully he's gonna go to Max once he get back fully healthy. Um, and Max is also another tenacious defender that we can deploy with the second unit with Keon and Dennis. That we can do the same thing to teams that they do to us. So, like I said, this is not an overreaction; it's just a reaction and some of my thoughts of some of the things that I didn't like that the Cavs did. Um, but you guys, let me know how you feel in the comment section. Now, do something for your boy. Hit that like and subscribe button. Share this with your friends, your family. Let them know. Come on, join it in. We're gonna grow this channel together. But that's all I got to say about that one. Y'all, like I said, y'all let me know how y'all feel in the comment section. Till next time, y'all guys keep your spirits high. Keep sports takes unfiltered. Till then, peace.